So I went on my first dispersed camping trip in Sequoia National Park. I tested out my SUV rig. This is a Honda Pilot, and I took out the second row seats to have a flat surface to put my bed. I used a wool topper on top of a NEMO camping pad. To block the light and have some privacy, I put up some twine and use tiny clips to make the curtains. Okay, since it's pandemic times and most days I am wearing my pajamas and not dressed up, I am using this pre-pandemic photo. So I went on this trip by myself and I wanted to try dispersed camping in Sequoia National Forest. I was told by the ranger that you cannot do free camping in Sequoia National Park and you would have to drive way up to the forest, which is about over 7,000 feet above sea level, and it was freezing. It was about, I think, 34 degrees when I arrived. I was prepared though. I had a 0-degree Marmot sleeping bag and I stayed quite comfortable during the night when I was in the sleeping bag. When I woke up, it was 24 degrees outside. It was really cold and there were icicles on the windshield, as you can see. And my old car's electrical panel didn't work for a little bit, and I was panicked because I thought something was wrong with the SUV and I was in the middle of nowhere. But fortunately, once it warmed up a little bit, my dashboard panel went back to normal. And so the next day, I went back into Sequoia National Park and I did the Sherman Tree Trail, which was cool. The elevation in the park compared to where I spent the night was quite a big difference, several thousand feet. And it actually got up above 80 degrees during the day. It was quite hot in my car. This ended up being a really short trip, but I'm glad I got to test out my SUV bed, and I'm glad I got to see Sequoia National Forest and Sequoia National Park again. I did a bicycle tour a few years ago in Sequoia. So this was the first time that I camped free or did dispersed camping or camped on public lands, which has no facilities, no water, no toilets, no picnic tables. So you really have to be self-sufficient. I was in this really desolate area and there was no one else around, and I was really curious when it got dark whether my fear level would go up. But I ended up sleeping really well. When I had to leave the vehicle to go to the bathroom, I was a bit concerned about bears because there were a lot of warning signs about bears and also cougars, but I didn't see any. Fortunately, I ended my solo camping trip by going to Ding Tai Fung in Santa Clara. This is a very famous Taiwanese restaurant known for its dumplings and for long wait times. But it was worth the wait. It was really, 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 really good. A great way to end my trip.